Hi, I'm Gwen, right?
And I'm Deonta B.
And welcome to Gwen's Business Corner with Deonta B.
Yes, the Facebook Live, girl. We like the Facebook Live because then we could just kind of chillax a little bit, you know?
Just a little vibe.
Just a little vibe. So today we are talking about brands that land. You know, I think that is very important for you to have a brand that land. Like I see Gwen's Business Corner with Deonta B being a brand that just lands so many opportunities, you know. That means that you want to be a household name. Like we have so many brands that when you see it, it's gonna definitely be a household name.
Right. That's the point. Like it's like, why would you have a brand or call yourself building a brand if you don't want it to be out there?
Right.
And I think a lot of people don't understand that if you're in business, you're an artist, whatever you're doing is essential, okay, people? It's essential. It's essential for you to make sure that you're doing all the things that is necessary to make sure your brand that lasts.
Right. And also to make sure, I mean, you know what, the thing about it is that people don't think about is when you create a brand, you don't want it to keep you inside a box.
Right.
You know what I mean? You want it to be a brand that if you're going to change and do something else, it's still a brand that is you could just do multiple things with it. Like you're not like stuck. Like I can only do this because of the name that my brand is. I can't go and do something else.
No, that's important. What you label yourself as.
Exactly.
You know what your business name is. You have to think longevity. Most people don't think longevity. You think about it right now. So it's important that you do that.
Right.
So we got some guests that they're making their brands.
Making
land.
I know.
Brands who land. So our first guest, she is definitely making her brand who lands. Her name is Candy Christine. She is an artist, actress, and she's the president of Secure Management Group. And she's out here trying to be the next star. So Christine, come on out. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
How are you? Welcome.
I'm welcome.
I love you, this pink girl.
I know.
I'm trying something new. I'm trying to look like an artist.
You know what? I'm working.
Yes, you are looking at it, looking like one because and you know what? I would probably, if I looked at you, I would have probably been like, yeah, she's probably doing something in the entertainment industry because most people who are in the entertainment industry right now is popping color hair.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so that's a good thing because we're talking about brands who land. Mm-hmm. And if you want your brand to stand out, that pink popping, baby.
Exactly. I think it's necessary, anything to look like an artist. So I had to switch up a couple things. I went from the black hair to something, bring the color in. It's almost summertime.
Right. It's gonna be spring in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yes. And that pink, oh girl. If I want a businesswoman, I'd probably have all kinds of color hair. Okay?
I know, you used to like to do
I
that
used to love color hair. I still do. I just can't wear it because I'm used to that pit. I'd be like, girl, what you got?
That's when you just go get a wig and just throw it on real quick.
Right.
During the day, you have the black business look, and at night,
Yeah,
switch it out.
I guess so. Yeah.
Sounds good, right?
It sounds good. So we like to get right into it, So we want you to tell the viewers, how did you get started in the music industry? And do you consider your talent a God-given talent, or it was something that you have to work on it, but it was something that you really had to work on to develop it?
Oh man, definitely God-given. I never had a vocal coach or anything like that. I started off at the age of 10, always listening to Mariah Carey. That was one of my idols at the time. And when I was younger, they used to say I looked like her and stuff, so I tried to emulate her style. And I'd always be singing in the car. And then at the age of 10, I found a little girl in the neighborhood. We became friends, and she was like, oh, you like music too, you sing? Well, let's do a group. And then she had another girl that she brought in, and to this day, it's 20 years that's been my friend. And we had an R&B group. We actually opened up for Khalees during the time that she had a milkshake. And we used to do the car shows in Orlando, Florida, and partake in some of the contests that the stations were having. So it started there, and then at age 15, I went solo, and then got into another group, and I was testing the waters. So I started at a young age, and it's definitely God given.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's important to talk about too, because you like so many people that like when you see groups now, most people end up solo in groups. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, and you say you had to change groups. Like a lot of people just when they start out in a group, you don't realize it's gonna always be a transition when you're in a group. You might have to get out there by yourself. Like so many different things. You gotta be totally in transition when you're an artist.
Absolutely. I think I was used to being in a group. I was used to having people around me.
Right.
So to think of going solo and the pressure, you know, it was difficult. So I hopped into another group thinking that I needed that security around me. You know, I felt like I always worked well with people as an artist, and I just took the chance to go solo.
Right.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of like, okay, you look this way, and you're like, it's all me. You know? This is all me now. So
I can make it when I want to make it.
exactly. Now you just can just be in pink. You know what I mean? You can just do whatever. It's all you. So I am Candy Christine.
Yes.
What was the inspiration for the name? Because you were in a group and then you went solo, and then here is I am Candy Christine.
Right. So, you know, we had MySpace and everything back then. But then when I first joined Instagram, I named it Eye Candy, right? Because I have eye candy tattooed on my back. So I was like, okay, what eye candy? It's real. It's tattooed on me, you know. So, but then they didn't have it. So then I put real eye candy, the real eye candy, and then boom, it worked, right? So then I had that name for a while. I built that brand. I started gaining the followers that I needed, and then I decided to transition.
Right.
I was dancing, you know what I mean, and I wanted to just change my whole look.
Right.
When I stopped dancing, I had to leave real eye candy alone, and so I kept Candy, and my middle name is Christine.
Okay.
So, you know, then trying to find that Instagram name that no one got.
Right.
I was like, okay, I am Candy Christine. This is who I am now. So
Right,
I switched that, and I've been building my brand since then.
So where I am Candy Christine, you do multiple things. You know, you're an actress, you're an artist, and then you have your own company within that whole brand. So what do you do as far as development when it comes to being an artist, being an actress? What are some of the things that you do?
So me and my business partner, El Nice, we started Secure Management Group when we first met. He was doing his business ventures and I was doing mine, and we were like, well, let's have something that is our own.
Okay.
So we started Secure Management Group, and he's been in the music business for 10 plus years, representing a lot of major artists, Dej Loaf, a whole bunch of people, you know, the list goes on. So we put our minds together, and now we represent some signed artists, Ball Greasy being one of them. We do marketing and promotion for him and radio, and as well as unsigned artists, you know, so that's the business side of me. And also when I moved to Atlanta, I've been here for a year now, I tapped into the acting thing, and now it's time for me to do this music, you know what I mean? So I'm just get my feet wet everywhere that I can, you know. So got a passion for business, but I don't ever want to say, damn, I shoulda, woulda, coulda, you know. Like, I'm doing this. I've always done music, and now it's my time. It's my time. You know?
Yes.
Yeah. Time to use all the resources I have. Okay, I've been helping y'all out. It's your turn to help me.
Right.
You know?
So so now you have the album coming.
Yes.
So I want you to tell us a little bit about the inspiration for the album, like, and then also, like you said, the development. Like, what did you have to do to get there? Like, did you have to do some training? Like, what put the meat and potatoes on the album? Like, did you have to do some things with your voice? Because I know some people have to do, what is it called?
Voice training.
Voice training. But it's something else, though. We call it something. Vocal something.
No.
But I mean, what things did you have to go through to develop this album, and what was the inspiration behind some of the songs?
Well, the inspiration behind this album is definitely something for my ladies, uplifting us women. It's hype music, you know, it's club music. You in the car, you jamming, and it's to uplift my women, to make you feel like you a boss. You know what I mean? We have a lot of men that kind of down us all the time. But it's like, no, it's 2019, honey. We are bossing up, okay?
Right.
We are bossing up. And that's really what this album is about. You know what I mean?
I think it would be it's a good time for it because it's the year of the women.
Yes, it is.
So it's important that we, you know, we make our own mark. So some of your songs are going to be some of our anthems.
No, we are bosses.
Yes. You know, I sacrificed a lot to work on this album. You know what I mean? Just like a lot of artists, you sacrifice going out, you sacrifice sometimes family and close friends.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're so busy, and I've been busy. I got 2 daughters, you know what I mean? And they're with their father right now, so that I have the opportunity to go full-fledged with this. So
that was sacrifices, and you know, when at the end of the day, when you're trying to live your dreams, you know, it's hard to make different decisions for your life that are necessary to help you get to that point. But you know, gotta do what you gotta do.
got to.
So, what advice would you give new artists about creativity and branding?
Oh man, I always tell artists that the most important thing to me is social media. Build your social media. Now, that's what labels look at. They look at your social media. They look at your numbers. You know, get those numbers up. Constantly talk to people. Get out of your city.
Yes.
Don't get comfortable just because you can be in your city and you go to the mall and everybody knows you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that feels good.
Right.
But when you can go to other cities and touch these people and touch the DJs and they know you, that's a good feeling too. Get out of your city. Don't get comfortable and focus on your social media. Brand yourself.
I agree with that.
You know, brand yourself. That's my advice to artists.
So what are some challenges that you have faced because you're a female rap artist? And when we talk about female rap artists, it's just, I don't know, they make it so catty. They make it so hard for females in the rap game. So what are some challenges that you have faced, especially being new on the scene as a female artist?
A lot of challenges, actually. One being that I am a female. This is a male-dominated industry. And sometimes these men don't take you serious, so you get the flirting and the, you know, you don't do certain things, you might not get to where you need to go. That's the truth.
Right.
As far as with other women, I think I don't do the going back and forth. I'm not really the drama. Like when you get to know me and who Candy Christine is, I'm a real bubbly person. I'm not really with the negativity at all. So you won't get that from me, and it's kind of hard because consumers want to see that.
Right.
They want to see the back and forth.
Right.
So because I don't do that, I'm not doing the most on Instagram. You know what I mean? You get what you get.
Right.
So that's kind of hard sometimes too, and then also being compared to the female artist that's out right now. You know, being compared to Nicki. Is she like Nicki? Is she like Cardi?
Right.
When I am not like any of them.
Right.
And I sound like Candy Christine.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you won't find no comparison there. You know what I mean? But if you are going to compare me, that's cool. That's cool. Compare me to the best, baby. That's awesome. But I'm me. And lastly, because I'm from Florida, I don't sound like the Tokyo Jets or I don't have that real country accent.
Right.
So it makes me, she ain't from Florida. She ain't, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. So those are just some of the challenges that I think I'm gonna face. I'll be alright. They're gonna like what they get. They're gonna like what they get, baby. You know.
We like it.
So tell all the viewers, we got these social media followers, so I think you got plenty already. You better tell them how they can find you. And then you just dropped
Yes, I just dropped my project called Candyland.
So
I dropped on the 1st.
Right. So
on all major platforms.
Right.
And then you can follow me on Instagram, and I am Candy Christine, Candy with a C. And that's on everything. Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook is my real name, but we ain't gotta worry about Facebook. That's a family. That's my family. So y'all just follow me on the gram. I am Candy Christine.
Well, Candy, we thank you.
Thank you.
Hopefully we'll be coming to one of your concerts soon.
Yes.
Backstage passes. Get y'all a bottle of some champagne.
Yes,
We're going to be doing the boss anthem.
Yes, for sure. I got something for y'all.
Well, we appreciate you coming by.
Thank
you so much.
you.
She was awesome, Deonta.
She was. And I can't wait to see about those boss chick anthems going on.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Because, we just, when we hear certain songs,
Girl.
I don't think it matters if we're at the office or wherever we are. It's certain anthems that we just hear and we
If
just go, wow.
y'all didn't know, we're a little hood. We can build it up. We put these heels and stuff on. But it's certain songs that come on, man. We a whole another person.
No, right.
So who we got next? We're still talking about the brand who land.
Yes, and coming up next, we have someone that's actually going to talk to us about landing the brand.
Right.
So we have Renee Texera, and she's called the marketing lady. That's number one. And when you hear the name the marketing lady, you already know we are about to learn something about brands that land, because she's going to teach us something about marketing and media. So, come on with us, Renee. See what you gonna tell me, because we love stuff about marketing. We just love it.
Hello. So Renee, I felt it was a need for you to come on, down to the GBC, just because I just recently started working with you on some of our marketing and media, and once I started doing it myself, I just thought, well, people really need to know what's out there, because a lot of things that's out there they think is so expensive, and I think if they knew that some of these things was available, that would help them. So you're known as the marketing lady. So how did you develop that name, and why you call yourself the marketing lady?
It's really very simple. I work with a company called On Media, but most people don't remember that name. They just remember that I work with TV, cable TV, or that I do marketing. So, that's that marketing lady I told you about. Oh, that's the TV lady. So, that's the marketing lady. So, it just kind of stuck. And so, I'll use it. So, if that's what they want to call me, that's fine. So,
that's actually a unique name, girl.
It is.
Make sure you keep that now.
I
The
will.
brand.
I will. Yeah.
So how did you get the opportunity to be on media? And what was your greatest accomplishment with being a part of the company?
Well, the opportunity started out, I actually moved back from Orlando, Florida. Just wanted to find work. I have 2 children. And so I originally landed the job as an executive assistant to the director of sales.
Okay.
And so I helped with all aspects of what account executives do, creating proposals, doing presentations, market research. So like behind the scenes.
Okay.
And so they were very impressed with my work. The vice president, the first time that he met me, was so impressed, and he was taking my presentations all around the country. We were in 22 states, and he was using my presentations, and he was like, we have to have you. So it took a little convincing, but I eventually moved over to the sales side, and I'm doing great. I actually, in my first year, I took the sales revenue up 788%
Oh, come
in my
on.
first year. So from what it came from. So just in that sense, my first year as an account executive, increasing sales for the company that much. And now I'm the top account executive for digital sales in my region. So I'm making waves.
That's awesome. So tell the viewers, what are some of the services that On Media offer?
So On Media offers targeted cable TV and digital advertising services. And we like to say targeted because we can really hone in on the customer that you want. It's great to reach everybody when you ask people, who do you want to reach? Everybody. But everybody's not your customer.
Right.
So you want to really hit that customer that is going to walk into your business and do business with you. And we want to eliminate all that waste of people that might see your ad but won't be interested, too far away, things like that. So we offer pretty much all digital advertising that's out there. And then we specialize, of course, in advertising on cable TV. So that's networks like ESPN, CNN, HGTV, Lifetime. So, I mean, you can compete with national brands on this platform. And you could be a small business owner or a musician, or it's just a way to really get yourself out there. So, yeah.
So what are the tools that you use to generate leads and acquire new customers and all those things that people are looking for that set you aside from other marketing companies? Because, you know, it's so many marketing companies out there. So
Yes. And all marketing, I will say, has its place.
right.
It's about creating the right marketing mix. So we use several tools. Most of it is actually just research on what drives people to buy things, what drives revenue, what increases your sales. So we start there and we look at the most famous companies that are out there. What are they doing to become what they are? What did Nike do? You know, what did Apple do? What did Google do? And we start there. And just because you're a small business doesn't mean you have to spend money on the same scale, but you can take their strategies. For instance, they may spend, 10% of their budget on outdoor media, 30% of their budget on TV. And if we see that McDonald's doing that as a small business, maybe I can do that on a smaller scale in my city until I can grow my business into a franchise like that.
Right.
So, I mean, there's always room to grow, right? So
Right.
there's no reason to just stay where you're at. If you can make it, if you can come the next McDonald's, why not? You know what I mean?
You can't get that if you ain't marketing, that's for sure.
I know.
That's what people don't know. When we talk about business, we have to realize that every business, every brand is in marketing. You're a marketing brand business, you're a marketing brand. If you don't market, then you get no exposure of what you're trying to build. So it goes into my next question, like, what advice would you give someone who's looking to increase their following and their traffic to, their social media pages or to their actual company? Like, what advice would you give them?
Well, I would definitely say anything digital, that is where the world is going.
Right.
If you have a business and you don't have a website, that's a problem. If you are in business and you don't have social media, that's a problem.
Can't sound again.
I'm telling you, like, you need to have that. One, because consumers trust brands that have a legitimate website. If I go to your website and it's looking a little sketchy,
Right.
I don't want to do business with you. You know what I mean? Like, people just trust those brands. And so just to get yourself out there, social media is definitely an easy and mostly free way to do it. I will say that Facebook, Instagram, they're not going to allow you to, there's a certain algorithms that they use. And so they're not going to just let you market your business completely to everyone that you're following unless you drop a little dime on it. So, but use social media. Use it as much as you can. Engage your followers in what you're doing. Let them see behind the scenes, what makes your business unique. Engage with them in ways that will make them want to talk about it and share. Offer ideas and contests and, coupons and whatever you can to get people talking and sharing, and it just multiplies. So just use it to your advantage.
Okay, good advice.
It is. So what is the most important piece that you can give to someone that is in the stages of development in digital marketing?
I would say if you're in the development stages, develop a separate, I know it's hard, develop a budget for your launch and to promote your business after you start. Like, every business needs a marketing plan. Even if you just have to use the free Facebook and the free Instagram, set aside some time to actually plan that launch. If you want to have a big launch party or you want to offer a big, crazy special, but it needs to be incorporated into your business plan. People need to know that you're launching. You know what I mean? People need to know what you're offering, what makes you special. Set aside the time, and if you need help, contact people like me. All of my consultations are free. I'm not going to just sell you on what my company has. If there's media that I'm not offering that I think will be beneficial to your business, I will let you know. Because, it's all marketing works. It's just that marketing mix that works for you.
Right.
So set aside the time, the budget if you can, to actually set up for that initial push when you launch your business.
I so agree. Amen. Okay, so so let's talk about people who we talk about budgets, but most small business owners, people who are starting out, whether they're building, a personal brand or whether they're building a business, most of the time nobody has no money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what are some of the things that some things they can do on media if they have a low budget, that they might can afford? Like some of the things.
Okay. Well, I would definitely always start with Google. It's very cost effective. And it's a good way for people to find out about you. If you need to know something, where something's at, or if you don't understand something, what do?
Google it.
Go to Google
Right.
and say, okay, the best this, or where can I find this? You want to be present there. And if you're not in the top 10, you've already lost the sale, because nobody's going to the second page, nobody's going to scroll all the way down. Mm-hmm. You want to be within that top 10. And it's a very cost-effective way to be on the forefront, people to find you easily, find your location, find your website. And they're probably, if you have a business, Google probably has already contacted you just to get your information and, verify your business. Mm-hmm. But you can take it a step further and actually expand your reach by placing ads on Google. So I will start there.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Mm-hmm. That was some good nuggets.
It was. So tell the viewers how they can find you, because I know so many viewers need marketing. Mm-hmm. They especially digital marketing, because that's the direction we're going in. Like, I think business cards and everything is right now getting ready to be digital. Like, you won't just hand somebody a card. It will be, okay, this is my digital card. You'll send it to them through. I mean, they're just changing so much. So how can we get in on all of this media?
Well, before you tell them that, let me ask you this. Well, on media, are y'all just specific to the Columbus area? Mm-hmm. Or can you go outside the Columbus area to actually attain clients in different areas?
Yes, good question. So cable systems, every city has their own cable system. So as far as cable goes, I am limited to Columbus, Auburn, LaGrange, Lynette, and Albany. Okay. Like Tifton, Fitzgerald, and Americus. I can do little towns like that. But digital advertising, the cool thing about that is it's national. Right. And so anywhere in the country. So even if you're in Columbus and you say, you know what, I want to reach people outside of my city, let's target Hollywood, California. I can do that. Okay. So we can get you anywhere in the U.S.
That's it.
Because y'all need digital marketing. No, commercials still good, but digital marketing, commercials can get pricey, but I'm pushing it. Now, she's not pushing it. Digital marketing is where it's at, and that's going to be so important when building your brands and building your business. So tell them how they can find you.
You can find me on Facebook at Renee's Targeted Cable TV and National Digital Advertising. You can also put in www.facebook.com on Media RT, or you can get me on Instagram at LKEE_LKEE, and that's just Kiki in a fancy way.
All right, Kiki.
Check me out. Check me out.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
So, we talked about the brands. You can stay with us.
Leave us.
The brands who land. So, we talked to an artist who's building hopefully a nationwide, global brand. She gave you some little nuggets of your artist. And we also have Mrs. Kiki. I'm here talking about different things that you can do to market. And so definitely get out here and make sure you make your brand who land. But before we leave, y'all know it's still tax season, right? So y'all, if you haven't got your taxes done, I know a lot of y'all got y'all checks already. But if have not got your taxes done, you can check out me and Deonta at Expert Tax Service. Located, we have a Columbus, Georgia location and a location in Stone Mountain, Georgia. And if you're nationwide, we are already doing the digital thing. You're nationwide, we can do taxes anywhere in all 50 states. And you can submit your information two ways. One, by going to our website at www.experttaxservices.com, or you can inbox one of us or inbox us on our Facebook or Instagram page and request a virtual tax package. And if you're looking for me, Gwenetta, you know, you might be looking for me for some other areas, you can reach me on all social media outlets at Gwenetta Wright. And you can visit my website at www.gwenettawright.com. Deonta, tell them how they can find you.
Well, of course, you can find me at Expert Tax Service LLC because you know that is the brand that lands. I mean, 12 years, what can I say? We are still landing that brand. But also, you can find me at The Real Deonta B at all social media outlets. And I mean, we hope we gave you some nuggets that can really help you land your brand because, I mean, in 2019, that is really what it is all about. I mean, we talked about marketing. We talked about how important it is to get those followers up. So I hope all of you are doing that so that you can get your brand in the places that we need for it to go because opportunity is at our door. All we got to do is kick it in.
We'll see y'all next time, and definitely keep checking us out. Oh, we're gonna get ready to go on a break. Well, we got 2 more shows to go, so check us out on the third Monday, next Monday on Fox 54 at 7 a.m. And then you can catch us again on here on Facebook on March 25th. So we'll see y'all later.
Bye bye for now. Peace.